Okay, so we got one more of these Arlong videos for op08, and especially I think what was it, the 12th or 15th August, that we're gonna get an update to our band list. So it kind of makes me feel like Arlong might legitly be playable for op08. I don't know about you guys, but let me think. Okay, so he might be playable for op08 depending on what they do with the list, of course. But there's a lot of decks that might also be playable for the op08 meta. And it's like I love when a band restricted list kind of does its thing, because it just, ooh, look at that play. It really like changes the meta, and it's just like a new season of something. So even though we get like a new set every 3 months, and that kind of shakes things up a bit, but I don't know, it ain't nothing like a a banned restricted list to cleanse the meta and just show a lot of random decks, just not a lot, but potentially just coming out of nowhere. It's like, wow, now that this is not around anymore, I can actually see play. So I'm excited. But I wonder how obnoxious that Arlong play is, right? You just summon an Onami and just give yourself banish. Now it's just like, do you really care about this one life, or are you ready to lose 2 cards? And it's psychological, I'm gonna tell you that right now. Because where it's better to just lose the one life, the thought of losing a life tends to bother a person so much that they rather chuck the 2 cards instead of losing the one life. So it's kind of funny. Now in this circumstance, they're gonna take the life because that's too many cards out of the hand. So maybe I understand there's not much you could do with the Dawn, with the leftover Dawn, so I get it. But yeah, if you wanted to fish out another 2 cards out of the hand, but this is Rebecca. She does have the ability to keep trying to search for cards, so that kind of changes the narrative. Look at this. So we can, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's just good to go for board, not Kiros, since Kiros has his little ability. Yeah, you put that Onami to work. Good stuff. Haven't seen Rebecca in a minute. I feel like she's slightly underrated, but I feel like I do get that it's a chore to try to figure out a good combination of cards that can allow her to compete with the meta. I understand that, but if the meta calms down enough, or we get another extra booster set that can help her out a bit, I could see her get in play, because 5 life and the constant ability to search, making things consistent. And at the moment we have like more access to cards that well, he's just gonna rest his leader. That's the only sad part. We have more access to cards that what you call it, use the trash as a utility. So yeah, I could see her doing better. Am I confused? I could have sworn you could just rest Rebecca to keep him on the board. It's like rest him or the stage, rest Rebecca or the stage. Yeah, that was a misplay on the opponent's end. Well, now they got their Luffy. Well, maybe that's why they did it. Maybe they wanted to get that Luffy going. What a lovely thing about Arlong and having a blocker in hand is just that you can swing and turn offense into defense. I love that part. Sanji's pretty much a staple for Arlong. But yeah, so everything's good with the app, and we'll just go back to, I'm gonna see if the opponent misplays again. Yeah, we could just go back to using cards for the current meta as opposed to showcasing op08 cards. Okay, so he did the thing. Interesting. Because now you can actually get Kiros off the board. It was just better to go for, I don't know. Oh, okay, I get it. Burn the ability and then use another ability. I got you. Okay, good stuff. So we got to deal with that Luffy swing. He about to double swing, but I feel like it's safer for him to just swing once and then unless the Rebecca player has a lot of defense in hand, because Luffy is 7K. 7K is a better to protect than 5K. So if they got defense in their hand, then yeah, attack with Luffy twice, get some pressure, and bait us into attacking Luffy where you're going to be able to defend it. Decisions. But yeah, I'm just excited. Remember like the Yu-Gi-Oh days where I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Board control. Okay, I'll try to hurt this board. And I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Man, I'm just so excited to see the new list and everybody trying their best, using cards that came off the ban list and or just anything. It shakes up the meta. It was just fun. So I always love a nice list, and that's what I'm excited for. That's what I'm waiting for. But yeah, one day Arlong is gonna have his real time to shine. I know it's kind of hard to see that now, but like I said, he's not future proofed. So as long as they keep printing trigger cards, at some point Arlong is gonna be a legit deck. Like, it's weird. I wouldn't be surprised though if they start like printing things with Arlong in mind and just like, oh yeah, we're gonna make this a 5 cost, make this a 5 cost, give this a leader locked ability, make this trash. I would not be surprised. But at this point, I really feel like extra boosters. Okay, they finally did something. Oh, going for a board removal play. Kiroso. Oh, they lost their stage card. But yeah, I think extra boosters should really do a lot to like buff decks that just virtually didn't even get to see play. Like Magellan needs help. That wasn't fair to Magellan. Kuro, come on now. Promo Yuta, that's a joke. Promo Yuta probably should just not see play at all. Not because it's bad. Somebody said something about promo cards, and it's good for promo cards not to be good because it messes up the market. If a promo card is good, they're expensive. And it's like now you can't play the deck without the promo card. And we saw that with Doflamingo and Jinbei. Jinbei being a promo was costing $80. And now if you want to be competitive with, trigger. Now if you want to be competitive with Doflamingo, you needed to drop $80 4 times. So I get it. I'm in agreement. Promo cards don't need to be that good. Okay, we're gonna go after that Luffy. We still got one Dawn up. And they defended, okay. They only got 2 cards in hand. I feel like we're winning the resource game. That's how I feel. I feel like we're winning the resource game. You still gotta respect that board. I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh, the Luffy freeze. Okay, good play. So it's like, I wasn't too sure. Like my head, I spaced out, I guess. I was like, I know I saw a freeze, but it's like, is it gonna unfreeze yet or whatever? No, okay. So now it's technically unfrozen. Nah, okay, cool. Anyway, let me just refocus, recalibrate. Their board looks crazy. Our board looks crazy. Equal amount of cards in hand. They got 1 less life than us. Things is interesting. This is a what do you call it? Slow drag out. No, that sounds bad. It's something like fighting related, but like a real battle, slobber knocker. Both these opponents just not making it easy for each other, trying to brawl it out. So Luffy's ability allows him to restand. Goes for board. we made the decision to let it go. Arlong is just going to be a weird deck in the future. He's just going to be a leader playing the most random cards just because it got triggers. I promise you. It's going to just look goofy at one point in time. But yeah, the best triggers are going to be the triggers that have on-play abilities. So Arlong could really take advantage. I'm referring to the Arlong deck, of course. The best trigger characters are ones with on-play abilities. So you could just get the most out of Arlong. This is just Egghead Arlong for the most part. Might as well title the video that. Vega Long. Vega Arlong. East Punk deck. Ooh, that sounds cool. So much defense. I think going for life might be the unless you want to get rid of their Bartolomeo blocker, I would say, because you still have to swing big to go for Luffy. So I think going for Bart and then life is probably the way. Ignore Luffy, ignore Kairos. There you go. Okay, so they're most likely going to block or counter out. They have a good amount of hand, but I think blocking will just save a lot of resources right now. I mean, you got 3 blockers altogether. Okay, so they choose to take life. That gives us a cycle option. Okay, we decided to get rid of the defense, so we're just going to be offensive this turn. I mean, we do got 2K counters. Okay, blocks. I'm guessing they're going to block again. I can't see them not blocking. Okay, they decided to counter out of this one. I think they'll block this one because they got another blocker on the board, but they countered out. Okay, so now they got 2 blockers. Let's see, I guess the cards in their hand, they didn't really need it. Ooh. Okay, easy pickings. They get to take anything off the board, but they have to make sure they have enough cards. And oh, maybe that's why they would counter out too. Yeah, they're gonna need enough cards in their trash. They got 2 blockers, 1 life. Yeah, Luffy swing. But that is 7. Okay, we save 1. There it goes. Luffy about to swing again. We save. So we got a threatening board, but they got 1 life, 2 blockers, and 3 reasonable attackers. Alright, well, I can definitely see the opponent clearing our board next turn. So we can steal it with a rush ace. Because we got counter power. We have 3 life. I'm sure they're going to start blocking more and more. I can't see them not blocking. If they're countering out, maybe it's so Luffy can use his ability. But yeah, I can't see them. There it goes. Okay, they counter out, probably making sure Luffy gets enough cards. We got 2 more attacks, so yes, we're getting rid of those blockers. So if they don't clear our board, we might guarantee a game regardless, now that I think about it. Yeah, we just summoned something. We got 3 life. We got 2K and a 3K, so depending on what we get in life, we can easily defend. And then Ace is going to let us rush. They only got 3 attacks. Yeah, so we got this. We got this. They only got 3 attacks. They can clear our board, but we're gonna have enough. Ooh, yeah. They need to summon a blocker though. Yeah, they can go out of their way to try to clear our board if they really want to. We have enough to not have to worry about it. Oh, they did get a blocker. Okay then. That Gravity Tiger probably would have been better than the Kyros. But I'm gonna assume they had the Sabo in their hand. So if they played that Sabo first. No, they're not. What's wrong with me? It's not like they could play the Gravity Tiger after playing Sabo. So forget what I was thinking. We don't have to protect the board. We can actually just let all this go. Okay, so they're not attacking life, which makes sense. They had to go for board. But we got our 2 attacks. They can't stop it. They got no hand, no life. We got our 2 attacks. They only got 1 blocker. All right, there you go. GG. Oh, that was a battle. Now we go up against Moria, one of the nuisances of the meta. Him, Rob Lucci, and Law. They're just annoying. It's funny. That A-Drop Moria really should have been leader blocked. I feel like living in an era of erratas, since, you know, it's like every card game can do it, right? Just print out an errata, put it as a, whatever you call that pack. You know, when you buy a booster and then you have just this weird white pack that just sits on top of it, that just has erratas. That's it. That's what they should do. And just make Moria leader locked. A-Drop Moria leader locked. That's it. Because, I mean, it's like that's what you was meant for, right? You was meant for that leader. Ooh. Yeah, I think this play's annoying. Look at that. And low key, you're still developing something. So you could always just put 2 down to put some real pressure. Like next turn, if they don't get rid of that Onami, we can swing twice. And they already just lost a life. Like, think about this. And the fun part about this matchup, Hody Jones. The fun part about this matchup is Kikunojo. It's like, yeah, there it goes, there it goes. See, annoying, right? Yeah, so if you try to remove Kikunojo, we're just gonna gain life. So she's real good for the black matchup. Yeah, see, they don't want us to keep putting pressure, so she turns into a blocker. We got so much out of that Onami. We got trashed the life and blocked an attack and attacked. So we got 3 utilities out of that Onami. Are they gonna go for it? Or are they just trying to develop board? Oh, what if they baiting us to take this? No, okay. I was like, what if they, but no, they have to conclude that ability first. So if they didn't bring out Absalom and destroy it, it's not like they were going to bait us or nothing. Oh, and we still defend. But we do have a handful of cards. And we have an attack target. We could just attack Hina instead of attacking life. I mean, granted, they are low. I know they're not going to want to go to 2. So, but that's 4 characters, 5k swings, no Don needed. That's 4 on that board. Plus leader swing, that's a lot of pressure in one shot. So we actually might have to handle this. See, in the regular matchup, it would have just been, okay, so we choose to develop our blocker. Yeah, in a regular matchup, it would have just been like no problem to just prioritize the blocker to hit the board. But now it's like, oh, they can easily take that off the board. So we're going to summon our blocker, develop 2 altogether. Summon our blocker, get Kikunojo out with ability, swing heavy, reduce their board size. This is looking pretty good. Hand size, life, board. They got us on board state. That's the crazy thing about leaders who get their abilities when attacking, because it's like it's just constant pressure. Because for the engine of that deck to work, you know they're gonna attack. You know that's how this works. Ooh, okay, so we used our trigger ability to basically stop an attack. I'm surprised we picked the Absalon though, because Absalon and Hina is the same cost. Like, you get me? Not cost. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. The same attack power. So you could have got rid of Hina and not have given them an Absalon in their trash to potentially bring back out. Okay, so we're gonna save that, I'm sure, for a Gecko threat. We do got Ace, and I'm sure we can clean 2 off the board right now. Oh, they blocked. Okay. Maybe she should have attacked first. Well, it doesn't matter. I think going after Sabo would be good, because that's a lot of cards. Yep. Okay. They're going to get rid of our blocker, so they're going to push for game, it looks like. This looks scary. We're going to see Absalon again. Ugh. Here it goes. Okay, so we get a body on the board. That's going to be good for our counterattack, but oh my god, our hand is not looking okay. Ooh, okay, this trigger done saved our life. Ugh. Trigger saved us. Okay, we just got rid of our board remover. I respect it. I respect it. If we're playing Sanji, I respect it. Man, this is a crazy match right now. Sanji block. Oh my god, another Hody Jones. Is this game? Well, we have to go for game. So we got, if we want Hody, we got 3 Dawn to work with. They got 3 life. We got 4 or 5 attacks, essentially. Okay, yes. Seven for 1 Dawn. They take. Ooh, AK swing, let's go. This is not looking good for the opponent. AK, oh my god. GG. Oh my god, that was such an ending. That was nuts. And it's funny because it's like okay, let me get my thoughts together. We have to remember that they play cards with no counter, and we're not seeing the cards on the board, right? We have to remember that they had not played Rebecca Moria. So there was a great chance that was probably going to be the card next turn if we went for a board wipe play or something like that. So ultimately, yeah, it was like, oh no, they're going to get non-counter cards. Like sometimes you just got to play the odds. And it's just like, wait a minute, mathematically speaking, yeah, they probably don't have counter power in their hand. But that was insane. That last play was nuts. Because all it took, honestly, for them to just pretty much block one attack. I don't know, we could get rid of the blocker. This is a Rob Lucci. Ooh. Yeah, like my history with playing against Rob Lucci, he just cleans your board. It's annoying. I'm sure it depends on what they draw, because that's how card games work. But it's like, oh my god. Like, my opponent was a germaphobe. Kept cleaning my board. It was ridiculous. I was like, what the heck am I supposed to do? Can't keep anything on the board. It was no lie. That's what it was, literally. It would only be the last turn that's like picking the game where they didn't take something off my board because they just swung at life and won. So I'm just like, okay, this is nuts. This is nuts. 2 characters off the board. Swing for 7. We choose to defend. Oh, for a second I thought they were going to chuck Kikunojo, but they chucked the other guy. Now, once again, in the black matchup, it's almost like it's guaranteed to get Kikunojo's ability. If they want to remove our board, they don't got bottom deck. Oh no, but they do got trash abilities, right? So if they're playing something that has the text of trash a card, then yeah, they black can get around Kikunojo. So that's weird. Black and blue gets around Kikunojo and other stuff. It must be kind of weird, right? It's like, so you got green, you got red, you got yellow that essentially can't get around it. And purple, they got what, 2 bottom deck cards? So it depends on how you want to grade that one. But it feels for the most part, it's like that. There's a lot of colors that can't get around a KO effect. But it's just funny. The one deck that it should counter against is like, oh no, they got the ways to get around KO effects. So nah, we can just trash. It's like, whoa, wait, what? You know what's so good about that Jack is how strong he is. So it's like taking him off the board would be difficult. That's the key here. It's like they play him, they use his ability. Now what? What you gonna do? Can't really do anything. I'm too strong. Too strong for you. You know that booger guy from what's that deck from the Baroque Works? That's supposed to be him. Like, but removing 2 Dawn to pop a 4 is disgusting. It's not worth it. But I find it so funny. Like, Jack is just a way better version of him. Yeah, hold this pressure. One target guarantees cards out the hand. The other target, yeah. When people are on like 2 life like that, it's pretty much guaranteed that they're gonna defend. Counting the cards in hand, that's gonna be 2 cards to protect the Jack. Can they afford the 2 cards? Yes, they can. Now we do have counter power, so if they do try to use Jack to get rid of our ace, we can counter out. Oh no, they're gonna push face. Oh, okay, I guess. We don't want no cheeky down stack plays. So many cards out of our hand, goodness. Now they realize if they play something, it increases our chances of winning. That's information. You got 3 cards, 2 life. If you play a card right now, it lets us know how much less of an option you have to defend. Okay, we're going for it. We're keeping our board healthy. Okay. I'm sure you're about to summon something. A freaking Gecko Moria, God. It is what it is. Okay, so they're probably gonna... Okay, so it's just 4 cards. We lost two attackers, so that's annoying. We're pushing for game. Whoa. To be honest, I don't think leader ability should be used right now. As long as the math is mathing. Swing for 12. They would need all 2Ks to get out of this one. Please give us a sub, because this is Arlong we're talking, right? GG.